Good morning. These are your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Thanks for listening. I'm Jack Esplin. Utah Valley University students returned to class yesterday for the first time since conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed in an event on campus last week. Campus had been closed since the shooting, as the campus itself was an active crime scene. Students had not been able to return until yesterday.
Being back on campus for myself and for many students, I'm sure, is quite a surreal experience at the moment. There's a very somber atmosphere, a slight tension as well between the students, and a heightened kind of attitude of awareness and respect of the events that took place last week.
Ruben Day is a UVU student and was at the school when Kirk was shot. He rushed to find a safe place at the university and helped guide other students to safety. But while the atmosphere was heavy, the UVU staff and faculty members worked hard to create an inviting environment for those who returned to class.
I've been quite surprised and pleasantly surprised by the way that the university has welcomed the students back. There is a very large emphasis on the resources here at UVU, mental health resources and others. Plenty of stations and booths around the campus offering support, offering just anything to make someone smile, anything to make the students feel comfortable being back here. And
UVU student Xander Carlson was attending Charlie Kirk's event and he was just a few rows back when he heard the gunshot and saw Kirk fall to the ground. Carlson went back to the courtyard where Kirk was shot.
And then I even went outside to where it happened, and they've got like a big American flag. They have vigils and just like things there to like remember it. And I feel like it was a very positive experience overall. I feel like the school prepared well for us to be back there.
He says being in the courtyard and seeing the flag and the remembrances was touching.
I thought it was, I don't know if touching is the right word, but knowing that, it was a political thing that happened. And I think knowing that the school kind of put that aside and just said, hey, this is a terrible thing that happened, and we're going to remember that and honor the person who's here because that's a tragic experience. I think it was cool to kind of see that.
The suspected shooter, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, has been charged with aggravated murder and could face the death penalty if convicted. A plane crash in Rigby has left 2 passengers with little more than minor injuries. The crash happened at 11:35 a.m. yesterday near 200 North Yellowstone Highway. A 1966 Cessna 150F fixed-wing single-engine plane hit power lines before crashing into a building at an intersection. The plane is registered to owner Terrell Poole of Rigby. According to EastIdahoNews.com, a news release says all lanes of traffic were blocked on 200 North and Yellowstone when first responders arrived on the scene. Witnesses tell EastIdahoNews.com the pilot was taken to the hospital after being checked out on scene. As of 12:15 p.m., however, yesterday, Yellowstone is back open. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the crash. The Idaho Falls Chukars took a commanding 2-0 series lead in the Pioneer Baseball League Championship Series Wednesday night. As reported by EastIdahoNews.com and PioneerLeague.com, the Chukars came out swinging. Literally. They scored 6 runs in the first inning alone to take a big lead early, but Oakland wasn't going to just lay down and leave. The Ballers responded with 5 runs in the next 2 innings and kept up with Idaho Falls until the 7th inning, where the Chukars finished things off with 4 more runs, ending with a 15-10 shootout victory. Idaho Falls sits just 1 win away from another PBL championship, and its first since 2019. Game 3 will be Friday, September 19th at 7:35 p.m. Mountain Time in Oakland. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for September 18th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Jack Esplin.